Benny the bunny loved his toys. He cherished each one of them dearly and spent hours playing with them. He had a bouncy red ball that he loved to toss and chase around the meadow. It was his favorite toy. He also had a yellow toy duck that squeaked when he squeezed it. The sound always made him giggle with delight. Benny kept all his treasures in a basket in his burrow. He would often organize them neatly, making sure each toy had its special place. One sunny morning, Benny decided to take his basket of toys outside. The weather was perfect, and he wanted to enjoy the sunshine. He found a sunny spot in the meadow, just the right place to spread out his toys and play. Benny wanted to play with his toys all by himself. He loved the peace and quiet of playing alone. Benny bounced his red ball high in the air. Bowing, bowing! He watched it with wide eyes as it soared and then caught it with a joyful hop. He squeezed his yellow duck. Squeak! Squeak! The sound echoed through the meadow, making Benny laugh. Benny was happy playing alone. He felt a sense of contentment and joy with his toys around him. He didn't want anyone to touch his special things. They were his treasures, and he guarded them carefully. Benny thought toys were best enjoyed alone. He believed that playing by himself allowed him to fully appreciate each toy. He didn't want to share. The idea of someone else playing with his toys made him uneasy.
Benny loved his toys so much that he wanted to keep them all to himself. He hugged his yellow duck tightly, feeling its comforting squeak. He was convinced that playing alone was the best way to enjoy his treasures. Surrounded by his toys, Benny felt like the happiest bunny in the world. But sometimes, Benny wondered if sharing his toys might bring even more joy. The thought lingered in his mind as he played. He imagined what it would be like to play with friends, to share his toys and laughter. Maybe, just maybe, sharing could be fun too. Benny smiled at the thought. Perhaps one day, he would find the courage to share his treasures and discover a new kind of happiness. Suddenly, Benny heard a cheerful sound. It was his friends, Max, Lily, and Timmy. S2. Benny! Benny!
Benny, can we play with you?
We want to have fun too.
Max was a playful puppy. Lily was a giggly kitten. Timmy was a mischievous squirrel. They hopped, skipped, and jumped towards Benny. Benny felt a little frown creep onto his face. He liked playing with his friends, but he loved his toys more.
No, these are my toys. You can't play with them.
Max's tail stopped wagging. Lily's ears drooped. Timmy's nose twitched sadly. Benny's friends looked disappointed.
But Benny, playing together is more fun.
Yeah, we can share and take turns.
Benny shook his head. He wanted to play his way. The other animals sighed. They turned and walked away from Benny. Benny watched his friends leave. He saw their sad faces. He didn't like making his friends feel bad. Benny felt a twinge in his heart. It was a twinge of guilt.
Maybe sharing wouldn't be so bad.
Benny hopped after his friends. Max, Lily, and Timmy turned around. They couldn't believe their ears. Was Benny really inviting them to play? S1. Wait, I've changed my mind. Benny put his basket of toys down, looking around at his friends with a big smile on his face.
We can all share these toys and have so much fun together.
His friends cheered loudly, their excitement filling the air. Max carefully took out the red ball from the basket, his eyes shining with joy. He and Benny tossed it back and forth, laughing each time they caught it. Lily giggled as she made the yellow duck squeak, the sound making everyone laugh. Timmy scurried up a tree, chattering with joy as he watched his friends play below. He held Benny's toy train in his paws, imagining it chugging along the tracks. The meadow echoed with happy sounds, a symphony of laughter and joy. Benny felt a warm feeling spread through him, knowing that sharing made everyone happy. It was much better than playing alone, and he knew they would always remember this special day. As the sun began to set, Benny and his friends put the toys away. They had spent the entire afternoon playing together, and now it was time to clean up. Benny felt a sense of satisfaction as he saw the tidy play area.
Thank you for sharing, Benny. We had such a wonderful time playing with you and your toys. It means a lot to us.
We had so much fun. Playing together made the day so much more enjoyable. We laughed, we ran, and we shared so many happy moments.
Benny smiled. He felt a warm glow inside, knowing that his friends were happy. He realized that sharing wasn't about giving away his toys. It was about creating memories and building friendships. It was about sharing happiness. The joy on his friends' faces made him feel even happier. From that day on, Benny always shared his toys. He understood that sharing brought everyone closer together. He learned that sharing wasn't just about toys. It was about sharing experiences, laughter, and love. It was about sharing joy and laughter with his friends. Every shared moment became a cherished memory, and that made everything more fun. The more they shared, the more they enjoyed their time together. Remember, sharing makes the world a brighter place. When we share, we spread happiness and create a world full of love and joy.